Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. This is probably the most informative video that I've ever created, and it's probably the most important because, guys, with my financial background, I know two things. One, you follow the big money, the smart money, the money that moves the global economy. That's all I care about for the most part. That's the foundation. And the second thing I know is that money, which is the global banks and Wall Street and the US government, they are always going to try to pick the winners and losers. And that is no exception when it comes to crypto. And when you take a look at it from that lens, all roads lead to Algorand, ALGO. Now, watch to the end of this video because it's going to be very informative, and then we'll look at the technicals, and then I'll tell you my thoughts. So let's get to it. All right, guys, the first couple of bullet points that lead me to Algorand is what you're looking at on the screen. Well, what you're looking at on the screen, guys, is the World Economic Forum website, the G20. Basically, that's one of the, if not the most powerful group of people in the world. Now, I don't know for sure if that's the exact group or just the face of the people that literally run the world, but they make things happen. And this is their website. And when you go down the rabbit hole to their website, and believe me, it's endless, they don't really talk about any other crypto hardly. They mention XRP a little bit. They had a lot of negative thoughts about Bitcoin, which I didn't like. But over and over and over, they talk about Algorand. And not only that, Algorand was at the G20 meeting in Davos, the World Economic Forum. No other crypto, as far as I'm aware, was there. No one representing them. But then when you look at their partners, of the contributors of all their articles, Algorand is the first on the list. Now they talk about Cardano. They talk about CELO, XRP Ledger. I find it odd that they put the L on that. I'll be honest, I'm not sure exactly the implications of that. They talk about Solana and Stellar. Well, like I said, my thoughts are always follow the big money. And this big money is telling me that Algorand, Cardano, CELO, XRP, and Solana are on the list of the winners and losers that they want. And definitely Algorand. And it's not even close. Guys, they have written article after article after article about Algorand. Now, so think about it, guys. It's the World Economic Forum, the most powerful people in the world, and they're writing articles about Algorand. They interviewed the people from Algorand and wrote articles about it. Guys, I'm telling you, all roads lead to Algorand. Now, there's something that's even more important that proves my point. Now, PayPal is not a big crypto fan. Why? Because it's changing the whole face of banking and of processing, and they're not winning that race. Well, about a month or two ago, they created a council. Think about it. Why would PayPal create an international council on crypto? Why? Because that's the banks, that's the Wall Street, and the U.S. government trying to get a plan to pick the winners and losers. Well, the people on that board, every one of them can be linked back to another person at Algorand. You got the CEO of BlackRock, of JP Morgan. You got people from the Obama administration. You've got some really, really powerful people on there. And to show you the connection, JP Morgan's one of the biggest banks in the world, if not the biggest, and very powerful. Well, the new CEO of Algorand, Stacy Warden, she's from JP Morgan. See where I'm getting at? And literally, when you go through all the profiles of the who's who on that council, every one of them is linked to another powerful person that's affiliated with Algorand. Now, another thing, there's a thing that most people aren't even aware of. It's called the Green Swan Initiative. Well, they're basically as powerful, kind of like the G20, and they get involved in everything to do with climate change. Well, their favorite is Algorand. It's just another bullet. Now, coincidentally, in this same article right here that the World Economic Forum had written, and then they showed their founders, they did mention the importance of Ethereum. And they talked about the Ethereum virtual machine, which is the payment part of Ethereum, which is hugely important. Well, ironically, Algorand just came out with a protocol that works directly with the EVM of Ethereum. Again, just another bullet that leads to Algorand. So guys, it goes on and on and on. I don't know exactly what they're up to, but I do know when you look at who's created Algorand and who is involved, the movers and shakers in the world are all looking at Algorand, and I think that's the one they're going to pick. Now, they may pick 4 or 5 or 10. I don't know, but I think Algorand is going to be the #1 choice for the U.S. government, the big banks, and everyone to try to get their piece of the pie and can compete with everything else. Now, here's another thing that I found kind of interesting when I looked at the ecosystem of Algorand. Now, please go there and surf around and look at how powerful this blockchain is. It's really powerful. But I found this pretty interesting when I scrolled down and looked at all the people that basically are invested in stuff. I found one. Let's see where it is. That is a key stakeholder, and it's Arlington XRP Capital. Well, I didn't know what that was, so I Googled it, and that is basically $100 million hedge fund that is created of the backing of XRP. So that's basically the money is the XRP, and they are one of the stakeholders of Algorand. I found that very interesting for whatever that's worth. It's just another road that leads to Algorand. Now, most people don't know this and why it wasn't across every news board, but you know, when El Salvador did what it did, which I love, they taunted it as part of the Lightning Network. Well, and that's true, but it sits on top of Algorand. So there's another road that the governments around the world, they could have chose anything, but they chose Algorand. Now, if El Salvador is immensely successful, which I think it is going to be, the odds are they've created infrastructure that is proven to work. So why would the other countries try to change that? The odds are Algorand is already positioned themselves to lead the way and get the other CDBCs that come along to sit on top of Algorand, or if they go the Bitcoin route, to sit on top of Algorand. I don't know what's going to happen, but again, more roads lead to Algorand. Now, let's look at the chart, because ironically, I love this, but it's a good day to do this video. It just worked out perfect because look at this. It's falling like a rock. That's what I like to see. I mean, it's way down in here. When you look at, look at this move. That's a pretty good move. That's 3 or 4 cents, which is not a big move, but we're only talking about an 84 cent crypto. So when you look at the 7-day, it's already down almost to where it was on February 24th, guys. That's the low of the year. So I'm going to watch it and try to pick it up uh, right here, and then maybe just cost average down. But that's me. Just keep an eye on it, guys. This really isn't about buying it. But look, know this. Here's my thoughts. This is a very long-term hold, in my opinion. Now, that doesn't mean that if Bitcoin rallies and takes out its old high and runs to 100, which I think it will this year, unless we just have a global collapse. If that happens, yes, I might take some profits, but I would put those profits into a stable coin probably and just wait and keep getting back into algo long term. So that's my thoughts, guys. If you really do your homework, go down the rabbit hole and go to these websites that I talked about, I think you'll see all roads lead to Algorand. Like I said, I know two things: follow the big money, and the big money and the U.S. government are always going to try to pick winners and losers. And I truly believe Algorand is going to be their choice. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit that like button, smash the bell so you get these videos in a timely manner. Please let me know what you think about what I just said. Leave some comments and come back, guys. Take care.